It's a real shame for anyone who unsubscribed after the last video, because they're not going to be able to see me install my new DDM Works short RAM intake. Everything you need comes in the kit, including the K&N air filter. It's $100 on their website before shipping. I think I paid like $107 after shipping. It's a bargain. When I say I don't know why it took me so long to buy one of these, I seriously mean it. In addition to all the parts, you get very detailed instructions. DDM are really good about that. Here are all the tools you'll need, just some screwdrivers and sockets, Allen keys, you know, basic stuff. You can do this with hand tools. First things first. We've got to get that stock intake snorkel off, which is really simple. You just take a flathead screwdriver, pop those off, not a big deal. Before doing anything else, it's a good idea to slap a piece of tape on your MAF sensor and indicate the direction of airflow. So that way you don't get confused and it matches up with the intake itself. Next, we're going to unscrew the MAF sensor with our Phillips head screwdriver and transfer it over to the new intake. Be sure to use the new provided screws to attach the MAF sensor to the intake tube. You can definitely see why the stock ones are a lot shorter than the new ones, and like a totally different thread pitch. So this is really disappointing. The screws that are supposed to secure the MAF sensor are too long. They're both screwed in and they're bottomed out. And, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Crappy Harbor Freight Dremel to the rescue. I totally forgot I had this thing. I took about this much off the bottom of the screw and it threads in fine. I didn't think I'd be thanking Harbor Freight today, but man, that little China Dremel came through. Next, we're gonna undo the intake elbow. The clamps are here and here. Before removing the intake elbow, you want to pop off this whole cluster of sensors and hoses and stuff. You just give it a little tug, and out it comes. You can see there's a little plastic stake in there. It just goes in that hole down there. Pop it out, no problem. And you want to pull this hose off, pop it out of there. Now you can take the elbow off. Man, this elbow is a pain. There we go. Right when I go to say something. There we go. Out it comes. Nice and easy. Kind of. With the elbow out of the way, now we can slide on our silicone coupler and first clamp. Onto the throttle body it goes. Now we can ready our second clamp. We're going to slide it on here. We're not going to tighten it down or anything. This is just in preparation for the completion of the intake itself. You want to make sure that the nut and everything on the clamp is facing up, and you'll see why here in a minute. But for now, we're going to pop the filter onto the intake tube. Like so. Pop it on, don't forget the hose clamp, and you're nearly there. Remember that big hose we pulled off the elbow earlier? That goes to the little tube on the bottom. Actually, it seemed a little bit kinked, that big hose. I stuck it down and under so it can get to that little tube on the bottom of the intake and not be kinked. Quick note on why that clamp had to be up and down. It's just so you could put the peg from this plastic contraption here. But everything is plugged together, so let's start this up and see how it sounds. Alright, this is warm enough. We're going for a spin. So upon first impression, I can definitely hear a little bit of the induction noise, but I don't know how much it's changed. I might say that it's a little deeper sounding, but that could just be placebo effect. Maybe it sounds a little different from outside. I'll be honest, it's a little less dramatic than I thought it would be. I thought I would really get that, you know, that deep induction noise, but maybe I just can't hear it over my own exhaust. As far as the install, other than those little bolts being a problem and me having to trim them down, which I think was just an accident this time around, they might have sent me the wrong ones or something. It's not a big deal. I'm not mad about it. I was able to trim them down, and I didn't have to wait to install the intake, so I'm not too worried about that. Anyone can do it. All you need is basic hand tools, and if you're not making a video like I am, it'll probably take about an hour. So if you're thinking about getting one of these for yourself, don't let the work scare you away. It's super easy. I'm gonna hit you with another bit of honesty, though. I think this bundle of wiring and stuff, I think it's really ugly. A lot of people try to get rid of all this plastic and stuff, but I honestly think that when you take the plastic away, it makes this engine bay really ugly. So I'm going to reinstall the snorkel, even though I don't need it, because in my opinion, that looks way, way better. I don't know how anyone could want to look at that mess that's under there. I do eventually want to make some kind of like heat shroud or like a cold air duct to the filter. Maybe I can have it offshoot the stock snorkel so it looks pretty clean. I don't know. We'll see what the future holds with that. I know one thing though, I'm probably eventually going to like gold foil wrap the intake tube itself because it's metal and metal heat soaks. I took this on a short drive and that tubing was hot to the touch. It is still in the engine bay, so at the very least, I'm going to gold foil wrap that because I'm a dumb race car racer. Alright kids, that's it for this one. Intake's all installed, I'm happy with it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Speaking of you guys though, I have to give you a quick shout out. I purchased this intake with YouTube money, so it's another subscriber funded mod. I appreciate all of your support, and really, thanks for the new intake. Before I ramble on too much, I will just say that, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you all so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Seriously though, if you could whitelist me on your ad block, that would be awesome.